What's up, everyone? Edwin Anthony here again, back at you with resolution design and everything related to Shopify. In this video, just wanted to talk to you guys and give you guys a major announcement towards what's going on. So as you can see on this screen, Google has just announced an algorithm update. So for those merchants or for those service providers who are watching this video, everything related to SEO and how to build your store up for SEO, this is a major announcement just so that you guys can understand. So what does this entail? Well, first of all, if you guys want to follow this article, I'll try to see if I can leave this article up in the description so you guys can read it for yourself. But in overall, Google is not super clear towards what you guys need to do, but I'm going to give you some ideas towards what they're pointing at. So there's going to be like two sites that I'm going to refer here. As you guys know, Google updates their algorithm sometimes several times a year. I think their last update was somewhere last year and even the year before. And the reasoning why this happens is, as you know, the internet is constantly changing with new things. There's new technologies always coming in. And there's practices that Google wants you to cater to your website or to your client's website. Bottom line, you need to make sure that if you have clients on retainers or if you have a store or numerous stores, that you're following the right practices so that your organic searches doesn't drop or doesn't dip. And this is a notice for you guys, okay? So that's what it's all about. So as you can see, just very high level, I'm not going to read this whole thing. They say that we make substantial improvements for the overall ranking, which refers to the core updates, right? But something interesting I want to show you on this article right here, that they say what site owners should know about the core updates. And when you click on this link here, it takes you to an article that they still stand by ever since they published this back in August of 2019. What site owners should know about the core updates. If you read, one of the main things that really catches my attention is this right here: focus on content. So when it comes to strategies, every business is different, right? You could have a dentist office that, of a website, you have a certain strategy for SEO there, and then something totally different when it comes to a boutique store or a beauty shop. You're not going to do the same efforts when it comes to SEO. But one thing is for sure, Google wants you to focus a lot on content, content creation, putting content on the web in regards to the industry that you're in. And so, long story short, these are some basic practices that you should be doing for which Google really likes. First of all, make sure that your website on-site SEO is properly done. There's some videos out there, and including I have some basic videos that you can find on my channel, or you could hire, agencies like ourselves where we'll do that for you. But make sure that your on-site SEO, in other words, everything related to inside of Shopify, that you're performing the perfect practices. And very high level, this has to do with speed, mobile speed, core accuracy, images, making sure that you have good keywords throughout the pages, great URLs, so on and so forth, that you're using all of the fundamental core practices of the website itself, right? And then once you have that checked out pretty good, also make sure that your website's modern. So by modern, what do I mean by that? You know how there's some old websites that perhaps you've been running and it has an old theme that you bought from Shopify that's not even the store 2.0. It's something like super old and you haven't updated it. They're coming after you for this. They want you to make sure that you're updated with the latest technology when it comes to the forefront of your store. So if you feel that you have a very old store or you're using a very old theme, or maybe even the custom design is very old, they're going to pay attention to that. They want to make sure that you're always on top of your game. That's something that we also provide as well. So if you're interested, you could come check us out, resolutionsdesign.com. Aside from that, then you have things such as content, right? And so content is very important, and that's why I'm focusing on this here. Focus on content. Publish blogs. You need to start pumping out those blogs and start performing some practices from within those blogs. So there's exclusive SEO techniques on blogging. It's not just you becoming inspired and saying, hey, this is something, this is not the third, and it's only like, 50 words or like 100 words or something so small. No, there's a certain practice that you have to do when it comes to blogging. And it's not just any blogger that should write your blogs or yourself. You should make sure that you have a good copywriter that's hyper SEO focused and understands all the core elements towards what those articles should be. It's not just something of, okay, I'm just going to make up a blog. No, it needs to coincide with your keywords so that you rank for those keywords. And so there's a big practice upon that. Again, that's going to be part of our ongoing education, which you could also find in the description. But that's really the most part. So all of you guys who are watching this video, what I would say is check out your website. Make sure that you're not running on some old dinosaur theme. Make sure that you're on Store 2.0 because that will help you with the speed process of your site. Make sure that you cross-check on all your pages' web speed, not just for desktop, but also for mobile. A key practice that I would recommend when it comes to speed is make sure that the most important pages load in less than 3 seconds, especially on the mobile. So if you go to Google Analytics, you'll see most of your traffics where they come from. And one diagnostic you want to do is make sure that you see what is the biggest percentage of devices that come to visit your website and become into sales. Is it more desktop or is it more mobile? Let's pretend it's a dentist's office. A dentist's office, let's pretend that they have most traffic, like a good 80%, it's on their desktop, and then just a small on the mobile. Then make sure that on the desktop, you are optimized so that it clocks very fast and you're doing all these practices. On the flip side, if it's like a boutique, then a lot of these purchases or visits are coming from the mobile. Make sure that you're checking your Google Web Core Vitals, that you could find that on Google search engine to make sure that you're compliant. Make sure that your mobile is loading extremely fast, like I said, under 3 seconds. And I'm not saying just the homepage. I'm saying the homepage, the collections page, the products page, the checkouts page, everything, all pages, you need to clock fast on that. And these are certain things that Google really likes. But aside from that, there's other tactics that you also need to practice on the on-site that you should have, studying yourself, or you should hire an SEO expert for that. Aside from that, folks, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that was informative. And of course, if you have any questions, just let me know. And until next time.